Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Legal World. Myself Sakshi Sindhu is here to present a small video on a very precise and important topic in today's scenario, that is legality of live-in relationship in India. India is quickly opening its door to Western concepts and lifestyles. And one of the significant of them is the notion of live viewing someone. In legal words, a man's relationship with a woman is a genuine if it is founded on a valid marriage. And it is illegitimate if it is not founded on marriage laws. A live-in relationship is a situation where two unmarried partner cohabitates for an extended period of time in what seems to be a marriage. It is purely an arrangement between the parties. Once a party to live-in relationship determines that he or she does not wish to live in such a relationship, that relationship comes to an end. And hence, then this relationship is called walk-in and walk-out relationship. So this was a small intro from myself. Now let's understand what is the legal meaning of live-in relationship. A live-in relationship is also being known as cohabitation. It is an arrangement in which two individuals opt to live together for the long term or permanently in an emotionally and or sexually involved relationship. The phrase usually refers to unmarried partners. However, this is no legal definition to describe the concept in Indian law. It is more of a westernized theory with a very less relevance with the Indian tradition. As we also know that our parents, our grandparents does not support to live in relationship. Almost 80 or 70 of the parents does not support to live in relationship, as this is not our tradition. But slowly and gradually it is evolving. As a result, the Supreme Court has taken the opportunity on several occasions to enlarge on the notion through its decisions. It is not the same as a marriage. Live-in couples do not impose duties on each other, as we usually do in our normal marriages. There is no adequate explanation for whether a live-in relationship is good or terrible when questioned. Looking at things from a different angle simply relies on the individual and their personality. It's totally depend on one personality. This was a small meaning of live-in relationship. Now let's come to another slide which talks about whether it's legal or illegal. And hence, this is the most important question. There is no universal civil code in India, and managers are usually controlled by the personal laws of each individual. As we can see that there are personal laws of Hindus, that are known as Hindu laws, and Muslim laws, and etc. Although the notion of live-in partnerships is not formally recognized by the government, India courts have repeatedly maintained the constitutionality of such relationships while differentiating morality from law and keeping constitutional considerations in mind. The Indian Constitution has granted the citizens several essential rights and liberties. According to Article 19 of the Constitution, Indian citizens enjoy the right to free speech and expression, as well as the right to dwell and settle in any part of India's territory. Aside from that, Article 21 of the Constitution grants the right to reside to everyone, the right to live with a partner of their choice and have a sexual relationship that is being protected by the aforementioned rights and liberties. It should be noted, however, that such rights and liberties are not absolute. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution protects life and personal liberty as fundamental rights. Let's understand it with a case law in which the court said in Ramdev Food Products Private Limited versus Arvind Bhai Rambhai Patel that two persons in a live-in relationship who are not legally married are not criminals. Hence, as a result, in India, live-in relationships are legal. Hence, the question for which we waited for long, the answer is in front of us that it is being legal in India. Now, let's come to the another slide talks about essential factors to mark live-in relationship legal. There are mainly three factors: age, couple must voluntarily cohabitate, and there should be a significant period. According to Indian law, engaged couples must be of marriageable age. That is, the pair must be significant. The Allahabad High Court ruled in Payal Katara versus Superintendent Nari Niketan, Kandri, Bihar, Agra, and others that a lady of 21 years has a freedom to go anywhere and any man and women, even if they are unmarried, can live together if they want. Despite this, the Kerala High Court recently ruled in Nanda Kumar versus the state of Kerala that an adult couple might be in a relationship even if they had not reached the matching legal ages for marriage. The male in this case was under the legal marriage age of 21. Second is, couple must voluntarily cohabitate. An essential requirement of a live-in relationship is the couple's independent decision with a shared goal to cohabit. It entails supporting each other, sharing their various tasks and responsibilities, making financial arrangements, socializing in public, and other activities to demonstrate their relationship loyalty and durability. Assume a man's keep is largely used for sexual purposes or even as a maid or slave, and he financially supports her. In that situation, the connection is not deemed married or equal to marriage. The third factor is there should be a significant period. It is important not to take the partnership for granted. To be legal, there must be some sincerity and seriousness in the relationship. 1 week or one night stand is not a household partnership. In the live-in relationship lasts for a lengthy amount of time. It cannot be regarded as a walk-in and walk-out relationship. The parties' presumption of marriage is expressed in the Madan Mohan Singh versus Rajnikant case. This approach illustrates the court's propensity for treating long-term living partnerships as marriages rather than a unique concept known as a live-in relationship. So these were the factors. Now let's deal with some of the case laws that are presently held. The first case law with which we are dealing is Velusamy versus D. Pachai Ammal 2010. In this case, it was determined that certain prerequisites for a live-in relationship to be considered valid. It provides that the couple must hold themselves out to society as being akin to spouses and must be of a legal age to marry or qualified to enter into a legal marriage, including being unmarried. It was stated that couple must have voluntarily cohabited and held themselves out to the world as being akin to spouses for a significant period of time. The court held that not all relationships will amount to a relationship in the nature of marriage and get the benefit of the act. It further clarified that if a man keeps a woman as a servant and maintains her financially and uses mainly for sexual purposes, such a relationship would not be considered as marriage in the court of law. Therefore, to get such benefit, the conditions mentioned by the court must be satisfied and has to be proved by the evidence. Let's talk about the next case, that is Lata Singh versus State of UP and another 2006. In this, the Supreme Court of India observed that live-in relationship between two consenting adults of heterogenic sex does not amount to any offense, even though it may be perceived as immoral. So here comes our last case, and that is one of the landmark case related to live-in relationship concept, and that is Indra Sarma versus VKV Sarma 2013. In this, the Supreme Court observed that live-in or marriage like a relationship is neither a crime nor a sin, though socially unacceptable in this country. The decision to marry or not to marry or to have a heterosexual relationship is intensely personal, and hence it's the personal decision. So here comes the end to our presentation and to our most important and intellectual topic, that is legality of live-in relationship in India. Thank you so much.